Morning, everyone. This morning we are outside of North Bend, Washington. It's about 40 minutes east of Seattle off the I-90 corridor, and we're going to be headed up to Mailbox Peak. This is a grueling hike. It's one of the toughest hikes in the I-90 corridor and the Snoqualmie Alps. There are two trails, the old trail up and the new trail up, which DNR put in about 3 years ago. Today we are going to be heading up the old trail and then coming down the new trail. The old trail up is approximately 2.5 miles with a total elevation gain of about 4,000 feet. This trail is unmaintained and is considered to be for experienced hikers only. Because the trail is not maintained, you do have to do some route finding, so I recommend if you're coming out to do this, you do have a GPS with you with tracks downloaded into your GPS. There is snow at the 3,000 foot level and all the way up to the 4,800 foot level, which is where the peak is at. The peak is actually at 4,850. So we did bring our spikes today. Unlike last time, we will be putting them on when we do hit the snow. Trail reports say that it's very icy, very slick, and very steep. From what I've read in some of the trail reports, it is a 40 to 60% grade most of the way up. So I think it's time to torture ourselves. And yeah, so hope you enjoy. It's time to hit the trail. So this is the new trail that they put in. We're going to be coming out this way, but we are going to be headed further up the road here to hit the old trail. One of the interesting things about this trail is, considering its difficulty, is it's used by a lot of the mountaineers groups. It's not uncommon to see people hiking up this trail with 40 to 80 pound packs on their backs and training for higher peaks in the Cascade region, such as Mount St. Helens, Mount Rainier, Mount Baker, and a few other larger peaks. All right, so we've made it to the old trail. As you can see, the sign says the old Mailbox Peak trail is very steep, wet, unmaintained, difficult, and challenging trail. It's 2.5 miles one way, gaining 4,000 feet in elevation. It also says 8+ hours to complete. I'd say that's being pretty conservative considering determining what your fitness level is. I'm going to attempt to do it in 4 hours, maintaining a pace of 1,000 feet per hour. and we'll see how it goes. Now, like I tell everybody, you know your limits. There's no shame stopping, turning around, and coming back. You got to think about your own safety on the trail, and yeah, so don't be afraid to quit. It'll be here tomorrow, it'll be here next week, next year, and you can always come back and try again. So we're going to attempt it, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get moving.
Early to rise, happy to help and willing to compromise. Oh, that's who you'd be in your fantasy. Your hair would be a little bit brighter, your skin would be a little bit softer, and your perfect eyes would be another perfect color. Whether you find yourself alone, whether you find yourself in good company, the journey is your very own. You've got to use your own 2 feet. And whether you find yourself at ease, and whether you find yourself at odds with your heart, there really is no guarantee that you'll have it all from the start. On top of the world, on top of your game, ahead of the curve, and everyone knows your name. Oh, that's who you'd be, but in reality, you know you have to try a little harder. You know you have to climb a little higher, and your perfect plan are just as good as any other. So whether you find yourself alone, whether you find yourself in good company, the journey is your very own. You've got to use your own 2 feet. And whether you find yourself at ease.
All right, thought I'd check in with everyone. So we've made it the first 1,000 feet. Took me about 50 minutes, so run along at a pretty good pace. But yeah, I will say, quite a challenging trail. A lot of roots, a lot of climbing, slippery, loose rock. Really got to watch your step and where you're going. Spin you around a little bit, maybe you get an idea of the steepness of the trail. And well, there we go. That's just to verify 1,000 feet vertical above the creek. So that's verification of 1,000 feet climbed. That's exactly what my watch says. So yeah, we're doing good. So I'll check back in with you at 2,000 feet.
Whether you find yourself alone, whether you find yourself in good company, oh, the journey is your very own. You got to use your own 2 feet. And whether you find yourself at ease, and whether you find yourself at odds with your heart, there really is no guarantee you'll have it all from the start.
So we've entered the area now where search and rescue gets most of its calls, because people get lost. Not quite sure how. I mean, somebody that's pretty inexperienced, yeah, I could definitely see it. But if you look up here, got those neat little markers on the trees. And when you find that marker, you look ahead for the next marker. So here's a good example. I have a trail marker right there. And then you want to scan and look ahead, and you will see there's one right on top of my finger there. So those are what you want to follow, and you won't get lost. All right, so we've made it to the 2,000 foot level. It's taking us a little longer this time. About an hour and a half to go the next 1,000 feet. What I'm finding is, yeah, you got to spend a lot more time route finding. They're really, take back what I said earlier. There is no trail to read. It's just a system of routes and where water has carved all these little trails out. I think we got about another 1,000 feet to go. That's where we will meet up with where the new trail comes in, and I believe it's either before that or right around that time where the snow starts. And so yeah, we're halfway there. What do I think so far? Is it hard? No. Is it challenging? Yes. But it's great. I'm loving it. It's absolutely beautiful out here, and we're going to continue on. So as you can see now, we are no longer on a trail of any sorts. It's just a walk through the woods, find the markers. I did lose them for a short time. A lot of route finding involved, which really is good. Makes you think a little bit, makes you look at a map, or at least a GPS. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue on. We're starting to see a little bit of snow, and check in a bit. All right, so we've made it to the boulder field. This is at the 4,050 foot level, so we got about 800 more feet to go. Got beautiful shot of Mount Rainier there in the background, and yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. So, but yeah, we got just about 800 feet and probably another mile to go, and we will be at the peak. So get back with you when we get there. All right, looks like it's time to ascend the final push. There's a gentleman trekking up it right now, and I guess this looks like so much fun. Can't wait. So let's get this done. And we got a few hundred more feet to go. And we'll be able to put this one in the books. Yeah, this last few hundred feet is very interesting. You definitely aren't getting up this without spikes or crampons, because it is very icy and very steep. But we're almost there. We're getting there, one step at a time. Alright, so finally made it up to Mailbox Peak. Found a little place off to the side here. There's a bunch of people up there, so unfortunately we did not get it to ourselves, but that's okay. Good group of people. I enjoyed talking to them. So yeah, it took us just over 4 hours. It was like 4 hours and 5 minutes to get up here. So it was 2.5 miles, 4,000 feet of elevation gain, and the views are just absolutely spectacular. And yeah, I took a little video up there, spin around, get to see some of the peaks. But yeah, overall it was a good hike. I will say that last 700 feet or so is brutal. That is steep. It is ice. Thank God for spikes, because you're not getting up it any other way. Further up you get, once you get out of that ice area, there is a little section off to the right that you can go up in the dirt. But yeah, so overall I say had a great time, and the fun part will be going back down. But in the meantime, I'm going to have me some snacks, and I am going to sit here and drink me a Wanderlust double IPA. So let's open this baby up and see what it tastes like. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Very refreshing. I have to say it's kind of got a pineapple-y taste to it. But I can't think of a better beer to be up here, because if you look around you, it is kind of a winter wonderland. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this. We're gonna be heading back down here shortly, and we get back to the car. We're going to be taking the new trail down. It's about 4.7 miles rather than the super steep 2.5 miles. So we'll take the new trail down and might throw in a couple clips along the way. So but yeah, hey, thanks for coming along, and till next time, cheers. All right, final thoughts. Finally made it off the new trail. It's 4,000 foot descent over roughly 5 miles. So total 7.5 miles round trip, or loop wise 7.5 miles. 4,000 feet up, 4,000 feet down. Would I do it again? Oh, absolutely. I mean, the views were just breathtaking. 360 degrees all the way around with virtually no obstructions. Yeah, had a great time, and I hope you all enjoyed this as well. And we'll see you next time.